Hello there, my name is Jonathan, Neri on the White Armor Forum, and this is the second installment of videos of the Stormtrooper. I do not represent either the 501st Legion or the 1st Imperial Stormtrooper detachment. I am doing this as myself. I'm gonna show you how I store my armor and how I transport it. Let's go! So as for my helmet, I have my helmet in a tote bag. I've been wanting to get one of those bags that you store a motorcycle helmet in, but I mean, it's been over a year. Who can blame me? But I just make sure that I don't bump into anything because I mean, it's you have no protection really, other than for 1 millimeter of fabric. So yeah, I'm just being careful with it. Here in this monstrosity of a traveling suitcase, I have my Stormtrooper armor. It's 137 liters. I couldn't fit my armor into a normal one. Let's say 80 liters or something like that. Should work fine. But I am a little bit bigger trooper, so I have shims on the side of the ab plates. It doesn't fit in your normal suitcase. It can't close properly. So that's the main reason why. And also, I can't completely remove every part of my armor and store it layered. So I will now show you how I've solved this Tetris puzzle of storing a Stormtrooper armor. This is how it looks fully packed. I've been traveling around and I've just opened it, so things may have been moving around in there, but I store everything inside of the torso. Yeah, so why are you there? You should be over here. The mess that you see here is the shin, and then the arms inside of the shin, and then the whole shebang into the thigh, and then I have the shoe. So yeah, I have my shoes in some bags that they came in. And then I just squish the boot inside of the arm. I also put some tape here on the inside because these sharp edges scratched against my thigh and left marks. So this tape here is just for damage control. And the other leg looks just the same. I have the shin, and then I have the arm into the shin, and then I have my boot into the hole of the arm. As you see here, just stuck in the front of the boot, and then the whole thing inside of the thigh. For the soft parts, I've just thrown this in. I have my second set of undersuit, just in case. The waist belt that the thighs attach to, just over there. I have my neck seal, just thrown in there. One thing that I really love is to have some balaclavas. I have 3 of them just in case. And here is my original undersuit that came with my armor. Back here you will see bubble wrap heaven. And what this is, I have wrapped a lot of bubble wrap around my E11 blaster just for protection, and also so that it doesn't bump into my armor when I travel with it. And in the very bottom I have a row of bubble wrap here, and this is as far down as you can go. You see the wheels here, so I just fold my belt, put it there, then I put some bubble wrap over it. I slot in the weapon here, and then I pack this outside of the bag, and once I've put these 2 bubble wrap things down, I just lift it and put it in. It's that simple. So the shims that I talked about earlier, it's these ones. So normally the armor just goes to this point here, or this point here, I guess. But since I'm a little bit larger, these are longer, and that's why I couldn't close a normal suitcase. In here I also have these little white gloves. They're very trashed right now, but these are the only ones I have. I throw them in the washer after every troop. So basically they are just white cotton gloves. I don't know what they're used for. Probably something fancy, but I also use them for something very fancy. They soak up the sweat that I get from this glove. because I always troop with the rubber gloves and your hands get really soaked in these. Many people don't use them because of how much you sweat in them, but soaking up the sweat with gloves like this, they have been a sweat saver for me. And of course, being Centurion and all, this is what I like to use. And yeah, with all this storage room, if I'm traveling somewhere, I can just throw my extra clothes in here. You know, if you need a pair of extra unterpanties, then you just throw them in. And they also work as protection for the armor. And ideally for me, I just take whatever bubble wrap that's left, any small pieces that I can drag over the armor, I will do that. And also to minimize the chafing on the buttons, I usually just put some kind of undersuit or whatever I have just in between the chest and the buttons. I would not recommend doing this with your undersuit that's recently been worn at a troop, because I mean the moisture here, it shouldn't be an issue, but I just don't like the idea. I always try to just put some dry clothes or anything really here that's not full of sweat. And yeah, then you're ready to go. I've been doing it like this for about 7 to 8 months or something like that, and it's been good so far. Nothing has happened to the armor, and it's very easy to travel with. Except from the suitcase being 137 liters. It's almost too big for the trunk of my car. Yes, I'm Swedish, I drive a Volvo V40. It fits in the back, but if you are going to give someone else a ride or something, they will have to put their stuff in the back seat instead of the trunk. That's it for me this time. Take care, and may your aim be with you always.